I'd always kept my distance from noisy gatherings. The pounding music, the haze of alcohol, and the shallow small talk felt like a world I didn't belong to. But that night, Ethan, my best friend, refused to let me stay behind. Just a chill get-together, he insisted with a grin, nudging me toward the door before I could protest. I didn't realize then that I wasn't just stepping out of my apartment. I was stepping into something that would quietly change my life. The house looked ordinary enough, tucked in a calm neighborhood. Dim porch lights glowed against the fading dusk. Music drifted from a small speaker, and groups of people laughed, swayed to the beat, or sipped their drinks with ease. Ethan vanished into the crowd effortlessly, as if he was made for it. I lingered near the kitchen. Gripping a can of soda I hardly touched, feeling more like an observer than a guest. A dozen times I thought about slipping out and returning to the solitude I understood. Yet something urged me to wait just a little longer. That's when I noticed her. She sat on the back porch, away from the noise and energy. No phone in hand, no forced smile, no attempt to blend in. Her gaze was on the night sky, calm and steady, as though she was looking for something only she knew. In the chaos, her stillness felt like a beacon. I hesitated, nerve battling with curiosity, but eventually walked over. My voice was low when I asked if I could join her. She turned, and her smile wasn't the polished kind people wear at parties. It was genuine, soft, like a welcome I didn't know I'd been waiting for. I sat beside her, and it felt as though the chatter and music inside had faded into nothing. We talked for hours, not about shallow things, but about what truly mattered. She told me about her father, who used to stargaze with her, and how looking at the sky now felt like holding on to him. I found myself opening up in return, sharing how suffocating crowds felt to me and how I longed for quiet spaces to breathe. She didn't fill the silences with unnecessary words. She listened, really listened, in a way that made me feel understood. As the night deepened and the air grew cold, we stayed outside under a warm blanket, unwilling to leave that pocket of peace we had found together. When the party finally dwindled, we exchanged numbers, not out of politeness but with a promise that felt real. And we kept that promise. We met again and again, late-night walks beneath starry skies, endless coffee conversations, lazy evenings with movies and books, and quiet afternoons in the park where she showed me constellations through her telescope. What grew between us wasn't a whirlwind romance or some dramatic tale. It was steady, dependable, like finding a place you could finally call home. Months later, under another sky filled with stars, I found the courage to tell her I loved her. Her smile in that moment, gentle and radiant, told me she had been waiting to hear it. I once thought life changed through big, dramatic turns, but I learned that night that sometimes it shifts quietly, in the simple magic of sitting beside someone who sees you as you are. I had walked into that house expecting nothing. I walked away with the beginning of everything. Do you want to make this version shorter and more poetic, or keep it as a full, detailed narrative like it is now?